Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're jumping into something really important: how to win in the Asia Pacific. You know, it's one of the most exciting, fast-moving markets on the planet. And if you've ever looked at it and thought, how do I even begin? Well, you're in the right place.
So let's just get right to it. You've got a fantastic brand, a solid business, but are you really, truly ready to jump in and win in a region as diverse and as full of opportunity as the Asia Pacific? It's a big question.
Because wow, the stakes are high. We're talking about a market opportunity worth more than 35 trillion US dollars. I mean, that's a number that's almost hard to wrap your head around. The potential for your business to grow there is just absolutely massive.
But let's be real, it's never as easy as it sounds, right? You're probably nodding along to some of these challenges. You've got trade hurdles, you're fighting for media coverage when nobody knows your name yet, and you're trying to find those first critical customers and investors. And hey, if your product is super technical, trying to explain that to a whole new culture, that's a job in itself. It's a lot to handle on your own.
This is exactly why you shouldn't go it alone.
Think about it. When you're flying into a new, complex territory, you want a co-pilot, right? Someone who knows the landscape, who can help you handle any turbulence, and who can make sure you're heading straight for your destination.
So what do you look for in a great co-pilot? Well, number one has to be experience. We're talking about a guide who has a proven 30-plus year track record of actually navigating this market, on the ground, day in and day out.
And this isn't just about being old, it's about being ahead of the curve. They started back in the early 90s, yeah, but they were also pioneers in digital and web comms when most people were still figuring out email. And they've kept that forward-thinking mindset, now weaving AI into everything they do to stay on the cutting edge.
Okay, so you have your co-pilot. How do they actually help you take off? Well, the first thing is building your brand's voice. You can think of this as the engine of your aircraft. It's what's going to propel you forward and get you known. And that engine is public relations, or PR. You know, you can forget all the stuffy, complicated definitions. At the end of the day, PR is just the art and science of getting the people who matter, your customers, your investors, your partners, to simply know who you are. And there's a method to the madness. It's a proven 4-step process. It all starts with strategy, where they'll even red team your ideas. Basically, play devil's advocate to make your plans totally bulletproof. Then they create killer content, get it in front of the right media, and track every single mention so you can see the impact. Now, getting known is one thing, but what happens when that media spotlight finally swings over to you? Your leaders have to be ready. That's where this next part comes in. Just think of it like a flight simulator, but for your C-suite. It's called media coaching. And listen, this is way more than just training. This is about getting your top execs ready for any media situation, whether it's a friendly chat or a really tough interview. The goal is for them to walk in, own the room, and represent your brand with total confidence every single time.
Okay, but what if things go really wrong?
Because sometimes they just do.
Every good pilot has a plan for emergencies, right? You need an emergency navigation system for when you hit that unexpected major turbulence.
When a crisis hits, you don't want someone who's just read the manual. You need steady hands. You need a team that has literally been in the trenches, managing everything from the financial crises of the 90s to the global challenges we see today. That kind of experience isn't just nice to have, it's absolutely crucial. And that experience is deep. We're talking about guiding companies through the fire. Things like devastating cybersecurity breaches, the intense glare of financial scandals, the human side of workplace accidents, and of course, navigating the absolute uncertainty of a global pandemic. They've seen it all.
So, all this experience, all these services, what does it all lead to? It leads to one thing: success for you. Let's talk about the proof in the pudding, the final destination.
A huge part of what makes this work is their deep, deep focus. They live and breathe complex industries like cybersecurity, AI and automation, healthcare, and B2B tech. This means they don't just know PR, they actually get your business, your technology, and your customers. And that brings us to what might be the most important part. Here's their value proposition in a nutshell.
They deliver the kind of powerful strategic results you'd expect from a massive global agency, but you get it with the hands-on attention and sane fee structure of a specialized boutique firm. It's truly the best of both worlds. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Let's hear from the clients. One marketing lead in APAC said their work was so amazing that even their global headquarters called out the incredible media coverage they got in Asia. That's the kind of impact we're talking about.
Here's another one from a US cybersecurity client. Their director of comms kept it short and sweet. Thanks for everything. You were amazing. You can just feel the partnership in that, and it just keeps going. Another PR lead praised their stunning results and called it simply a job well done. You see the pattern here, right? It's all about real, tangible outcomes and happy partners.
Which brings us right back where we started, but now you see the whole picture. You see the massive opportunity, you understand the challenges, and you've seen what a path forward looks like. So the only question left is your brand ready for its takeoff in the Asia Pacific?